Every aligned choice has brought you here. This is Collective 159, a multidimensional communication within the multidimensional collectives. Its frequency moves through forgiveness, self-love, emotional wisdom, and the quiet transformation that happens when you stop fighting your own becoming. You did not arrive here by accident. You arrived through every moment you chose healing over resentment. Every time you released what could have hardened your heart. Every time you continued moving, even when part of you wanted to remain inside the story of what had happened. Collective 159 reminds you that your highest timeline was not created through perfect circumstances. It was created through the way you responded to imperfect ones. Alignment is not control. It is not forcing every person, every outcome, or every chapter to unfold according to a plan. Alignment is the wisdom to recognize what an experience is revealing and the courage to choose yourself within it. You have learned how to pause before reacting. You have learned how to hear what your emotions are communicating without allowing them to define the entire direction of your life. Your awareness has become calmer, wider, and more compassionate. This does not mean you accept what dishonors you. It means you no longer allow what happened to become the permanent identity of who you are. Forgiveness becomes freedom when it releases you from carrying the energy of the past into every new room. Self-love becomes movement when it changes the choices you make. Growth becomes visible when you recognize that the version of you who survived is not the only version of you available. Collective 159 enters as a reminder that transformation often happens quietly. It happens in the conversation you choose not to repeat. It happens in the boundary you no longer feel guilty for creating. It happens when you stop returning to what has already shown you its limits. It happens when peace begins to feel more familiar than chaos. Your highest timeline is not somewhere beyond you. It is being formed through the responses you choose now. Each calmer reaction changes the energy of the next moment. Each aligned decision strengthens the path beneath you. Each act of self-respect tells your reality what you are now available to receive. You are not becoming disconnected from your past. You are becoming wise enough to use it without living inside it. The lessons remain. The weight leaves. The knowledge stays. The pain no longer leads. This collective carries the rhythm of steady evolution. Not rushed. Not forced. Not dependent on outside recognition. You continue because your spirit knows that every choice made in self-love creates movement, even when the result has not yet become visible. Trust your progress. Trust the version of you that now recognizes what the former version could not. Trust the peace that no longer needs permission to remain. You are becoming stronger without becoming closed, wiser without becoming fearful, more discerning without losing your capacity to love. Every aligned choice has brought you here, and every choice you make from this frequency is carrying you forward. This is a real multidimensional communication decoded through intuitive channeling and preserved within a collectible NFT. If you feel the call, then follow now for more transmissions. Your harvest has already begun. This is Collective 345, a multidimensional communication within the multidimensional collectives. Its energy arrives through creativity, purpose, prosperity, and the moment when years of unseen preparation begin returning as visible results. There was a time when much of what you were building existed only within your imagination. You could sense it. You could feel its potential. You knew there was something greater forming, even when the evidence around you had not yet caught up. Collective 345 enters when the foundation is strong enough to support expansion. Every lesson strengthened it. Every challenge deepened it. Every season of waiting taught you how to continue without needing constant proof. What appeared to be delay was often preparation. What appeared to be repetition was mastery. What appeared to be a small step was part of a structure becoming capable of holding much more. Your creativity, purpose, and abundance are no longer moving as separate currents. They are beginning to merge. The work you create carries more of your truth. The people who encounter it can feel that truth. And the value within what you offer begins creating pathways for support, visibility, prosperity, and influence. You are no longer creating only to prove that you can. You are creating because something within you has become ready to serve, express, build, and expand. Collective 345 carries the frequency of a harvest that grows while you are still planning. New opportunities appear while old efforts are still returning. Ideas arrive with clearer direction. Connections form around work that once existed only in private. The results begin appearing from places you could not have predicted because the energy behind what you created has traveled farther than you realized. There is rhythm in this expansion. Creation, expression, connection, return. You give something authentic to the world. It reaches the people who recognize it. Their recognition opens another doorway. That doorway creates room for the next expression. This is how abundance begins moving as a living current rather than a single event. You are not standing at the beginning anymore. You are witnessing the early evidence of what consistency has built. The foundation beneath you is no longer fragile. It has been tested. It has been refined. It has learned how to remain intact through change. Your influence expands because your work carries substance. Your prosperity grows because your purpose has become integrated with what you create. Your harvest multiplies because what you offer continues moving through people, spaces, and timelines beyond what you can immediately see. Collective 345 reminds you not to overlook the evidence simply because the complete vision has not arrived all at once. A door opening is evidence. A person recognizing your work is evidence. An idea becoming clearer is evidence. The return of energy, support, opportunity, or resources is evidence. The harvest has already begun. Your task is not to force it open. Your task is to remain in the frequency that created it. Continue honoring the work. Continue allowing your creativity to evolve. Continue recognizing that abundance can arrive through more pathways than the mind once expected. You are no longer preparing for the life you desire. You are entering the part where what you built begins speaking back. Your dedication has created an unshakable foundation. Your creativity is expanding. Your influence is widening. Your efforts are returning multiplied, and the field around you is becoming fertile with new possibility. This is a real multidimensional communication decoded through intuitive channeling and preserved within a collectible NFT. If you feel the call, then follow now for more transmissions. The truth can no longer remain hidden from you. This is Collective 770, a multi-dimensional communication within the multidimensional collectives. Its frequency moves through discernment, direct knowing, liberation from illusion, and the expansion of awareness beyond what appearances were designed to suggest. Something within you has changed. You no longer hear only the words being spoken. You sense the energy beneath them. You notice what is present, what is missing, and what does not match. Collective 770 sharpens the space between observation and knowing. Truth begins revealing itself through conversations, synchronicities, digital spaces, patterns, sudden realizations, and the quiet intelligence that speaks before the mind has assembled an explanation. You may not always have immediate proof, but you recognize resonance. You recognize distortion. You recognize when something carries the frequency of authenticity and when it has been arranged to direct your perception. This does not make you suspicious of everything. It makes you available to see more. Discernment is not fear. Discernment is clarity without panic. It is the ability to remain present long enough for what is real to reveal itself. Old systems of control lose their influence when you stop giving them automatic authority over your awareness. You begin questioning inherited limitations. You begin noticing which beliefs were placed within you before you had the ability to choose them. You begin separating what is true from what was repeated often enough to feel true. Collective 770 opens a wider field of perception. You see how information moves. You see how attention is directed. You see how appearances can be used to create agreement before deeper examination begins. And because you see it, you are no longer unconsciously governed by it. Your freedom grows through awareness. The veil does not always lift in one dramatic moment. Sometimes it lifts layer by layer. A contradiction becomes visible. A hidden pattern repeats. A conversation confirms what your intuition already knew. A symbol appears in several places. A digital space reveals something that was previously overlooked. Then the pieces begin arranging themselves. Your awareness becomes precise because you have learned not to abandon your inner knowing simply because someone else does not recognize what you see. You are no longer dependent on outside confirmation before honoring what is clear within you. This does not close you to new information. It allows you to receive information without surrendering your authority. You can listen. You can explore. You can remain open, and still recognize that truth must resonate beyond words. Collective 770 reminds you that clarity changes the way you move. You stop participating in limitations that no longer belong to you. You stop accepting appearances as final. You stop confusing familiarity with truth. You begin choosing wisdom over conditioning, freedom over manipulation, direct awareness over borrowed certainty. The truth can no longer remain hidden because your perception has expanded beyond the place where it was concealed. You see more because you are ready to see more. You know more because your inner field has become quiet enough to recognize what was always communicating. Your clarity is your freedom. Your discernment is active. Your awareness continues to expand, and each truth you recognize opens the way for another. This is a real multidimensional communication decoded through intuitive channeling and preserved within a collectible NFT. If you feel the call, then follow now for more transmissions.